Hello, everybody. It is Friday. How we doing? All right. Man, I am so excited to fly this airplane tonight. You have no idea. You have no idea. It is the one, the only Black Square Grand Caravan. Well, this is the Cargo Master, Caravan Cargo Master Professional Series. How about that? And you might be wondering, hey, you know, it's a Caravan. What's the difference between this and maybe their last one, or maybe even the default Caravan? There's a massive difference between these airplanes. Number one, they have built this airplane from the outside, well, from the inside and out. So no longer are they using the Asobo Caravan and just upgrading it into the analog version that we saw in 2020. Nope, this one is their own in-house model. Nick did a phenomenal job on this airplane. I'm really excited to show it to you today. So a big thanks to Black Square for sending me this over early so we can see it. This comes out on Tuesday, March 17th. So you don't have too much longer to wait, and it will be there. We'll go over the pricing and all that in a minute. I do want to just, get that out of the way and say thank you to Nick and Black Square. I love their products. And me personally, you know, when it comes, and you guys know this about me, but when it comes to turboprops, there are two airplanes on that list. There's the Caravan, and there's the Metroliner. And then the short 360 falls somewhere in between there. I would say that. Ozzy, thank you so much for the super chat. Party hardy, time for karaoke in San Francisco. Well, have a good one, man. Jasa, thank you for the subscription of 22 months on Twitch. And Gapalo67, thank you for the subscription on Twitch. Welcome to the stream family. Thank you so much. So we're in Omaha, Epley Airport, and we're going to be going to Kearney, a real world flight. That just took off actually a little bit ago, and they're in the air right now in the real world. So that'll be a lot of fun. Let's get caught up to y'all in chat. Got Clint Davey in the house, Zapper Master, Pat0068's here. Hello, Richard Tremel. Tremel, we got Schuyler in the house. What's up? Glad you are safe. Yep, you're in Lake Village. That was a close one, man. That was a close one. Chef Robert Michael, yes, FedEx, baby. FedEx. So, let's get acquainted with the airplane, shall we? You'll notice no frills inside. It's the analog version of the airplane. I don't know why my stuff is flickering right now. Got to be the shader. It doesn't like something with it to do with that. Let's go ahead and hop outside of the airplane and walk around and have a look-see at it, because it is phenomenal. Look at the detail on this thing, man. It's unbelievable. When you pull the inertial separator on, you can actually see all the way through this. And we're going to open that up, and you'll notice right now, you see how I can't see through there because it's going straight back into the engine. Well, if I go up into here and I open that initial separator here, inertial separator, check it out, pull it. Now when we hop outside, look at this. You can actually see all the way through to the side. Right, you barely can see it. This is my camera view, but right there. You see all the way through it. Isn't that cool? All the way to that guy right there. So there's so much to show on this. The biggest thing is the flight model and the realism when it comes to taxiing the airplane in the beta range. It's really, really good at that. So walking around the airplane, you see we got just attention to detail, and the textures on this are just amazing. Got all the cargo compartments there. Here's the a look inside. And when we put cargo in this airplane, it will actually populate inside of here. How cool is that? You have lighting. You even have the courtesy lights underneath here that work. And then the biggest one back here is the rudder lock. In the real world, this airplane has a rudder lock on it. Now, if you just yank all the way back on the yoke, it'll disengage this for sim purposes here. But you have to unlock this before flight, so it does work. And I believe it needs to be in the up position. I think it was already unlocked. We'll find out, won't we, once we get in. Tail stands right here, but we don't have anything for the tail stand. But look at the detail on this thing, just absolutely incredible. The sound set by Boris, you know you already know it's going to be good when Boris has got a hold of it. Look at the attention to detail here. Right here. See operating handbook. You can see, you can read all of those details. You got the chocks there. Go ahead and pull those chocks out. We don't need those for today's flight, obviously. We'll end up running right over them. Let's go to this side, and you have to take off both of these pitot covers. Keep that in mind. We're gonna take that one off, and we're gonna double check and make sure everything else looks clear, which it does. We're gonna be starting with the external battery cart today. We can do a battery start, but we're just gonna use the external cart, the GPU. So that is a look at the outside of the airplane. Very, very, very cool stuff. Let's hop inside and I'll show you a little bit more about the Caravan. We do have, you know, upstairs, here's our fuel tank selectors. You want these off as much as possible because in the real world, this is a gravity system similar to like a Cessna 172, you know. You always want that fuel shutoff valve to the off position when you're not running the engine because you don't want that fuel moving around, moving from tank to tank and making an imbalance, which you can see over here is our fuel quantity once we get that all set to go. So we do have some options when it comes to avionics. I don't have the PMS GTNs installed. I will do that, but we're just going to roll with the 530 setup basically, the 530 and the 430 as a secondary. So if I click down here, this is our little tablet here. We've got a primary. You have 4 options when it comes to avionics for the primary and 3 for the secondary. So that's your primary and your secondary. You have VR tablet static position options. You can have an unrestricted beta range if you'd like. I'm going to keep it as it is. You'll notice here we have beta range and then we have full reverse as well. So that's how that's all set up there. We have beta and annunciator. You can have this turn on to where it says prop beta on it. Basically, it lets you know when you're in beta. You'll know because you'll hear it. And you can't engage it in the air anyway. So I have it turned off for maximum realism on that. Realistic yoke movement is really cool. So in the real airplane, hell, even when I flew 172s, this yoke moves around by the prop wash, right? And at low speeds, it's really, really exaggerate. Like it's there. You can feel it moving around, moving forward and back, forward and back. You'll see that. But as you increase your airspeed, that goes away. But that is modeled, which is really, really cool. So you have that as well. I have it set to load with the chocks in the covers. You can have that turned off if you'd like. It has cloud strobe effect, so if you get in the clouds, you'll have a strobing effect, which is very realistic. Show Copilot from inside if you had a Copilot. VATSIM monitor all when common 1 and 2 selected. That's a really cool thing for VATSIM users. Payload. Here it is. Look at this. Yeah, so the rudder lock is on right now, so I was right. Now it is disengaged. You can do it from here. You can do all your exterior stuff from here, or you can do it from outside. One of the two. You can switch between gallons and kilograms here. This is where you can do your zones for cargo. So we're probably going to put zone 1. We'll put 800 pounds there. Let's just do 4 or 500 here. And you'll notice, like I said, you'll see it populate. See how we have boxes here now? Look at this. You have an actual box there, and if I move this guy around, you can actually move this thing around actually over here if you'd like. But if I add more, like there's 800 and 900 pounds, look at that. It's a bigger box, so we just doubled it by doing that. It's really cool. If you're a cargo nerd like me, you're absolutely loving life here. 800 pounds there. See right there. That's good. And then we'll put this one here. They have 400 back in the back. There we go. That looks pretty good. We're not going crazy here with this. You can refill the oxygen here. You can operate all your doors from here if you'd like. And we have the cargo pod here if we want to have any boxes in there, which we're going to put in cargo. It's FedEx, you know. We're going to be completely maxed out when it comes to that. Let's just set our view here. Move this guy over. There we go. So you can see our CG right here in our limits. So there's your forward limit and your aft limit. So that's good to see. This is where the meat and potatoes of the airplane show up. Now this little key here is cool. This closes your cargo door and you can actually click on it right here for the cargo pods. And then that opens it. And then if you click that again, it'll close it. So that's a cool little attention to detail there. But if I go to the engine page, you'll notice how nothing is running right now. Just the wind is moving through it. But this is a full-on simulation of the PT6 engine that you're going to see as it's running, how it all works. And you'll notice that we have the inertial separator open right now. If we close that, you'll actually see a little flap move. See how it goes like that? Now we're stopping that from happening, from going out the side in case it sucks up any FOD, foreign object debris, and it goes straight into the engine. This is just straight into the engine there. So above 10,000 feet or so, well, above, you know, whatever you want it to be. When you deem it's safe, you're going to close that up. And it does make a difference on the torque. You'll see that on the engine as well. Leave that open for now. But we'll come back to this page in a little bit. But this is where you can repair the engine, because you have to take care of your PT6. You have to take care of this airplane. So we have repair engine, clear engine, repair the starter, or clean the filters. I've got 0 time in the Cargo Master. Now my other one, I've got a little bit of time in that one. Here's the electrical page here. Kind of shows you how everything works. As you touch it all, you'll see how things are operating once we turn the batteries and stuff on. But here's the cabin. So you have to manage the actual temperature in the cabin, you know, if you have passengers on board. And you have the cold light and you have the warm light there. And you'll just manage it by pulling the vents open and then operating the air conditioning or the bleed air for the heat. And then these are your cabin lighting and all that, or that's the lighting there, but this is the air, cabin air and stuff. So that's stuff you can do as well. To the pulse oximeter here, because we can actually see what our pulse is actually getting based on, you know, the oxygen. And this, if we turn the oxygen on above 10,000 feet, we're going to be good. And this will actually deplete in a realistic way, which is really, really neat. You have ear discomfort here as well for your passengers, so you know how it's hurting their ears, which is really cool. So you do have to pay attention to that. And then this airplane has full-on failures built into it. Now you can do scheduled mode, or you can do show only active failures. We have 0 right now. I have global failure rate set to 1 time real time. So this is based on the actual math of when certain things in this airplane should be failing by their flight hours. You can advance this as much as you want it to be. But we'll keep it on 1 for now. I don't want to have a catastrophic engine failure here on our first flight. But you can search through active failures or different failures here, but these are all things that you can fail on the airplane. So a lot here when it comes to wanting to get used to doing emergency procedures, which is really cool. Yeah, a lot of detail in this airplane. Back to the options again. You can change out between the PMS 550 GTN or the TDS GTN XI. I own the TDS GTN XI, but I'm not going to run it right now. We're just going to, you can hit confirm once you have your primary and secondary selected there. But that is that. Another little detail here, if I pull this vent, check this out. We walk outside. Now remember before, this wasn't open. That little guy right there, that is actually the vent that's taking the ram air and then bringing it into the airplane. Isn't that cool? It's actually modeled. Everything that you're touching inside the airplane is doing what it's supposed to be doing on the outside. You'll notice like this thing here is for the cabin air inlet there, and you want it above all of the you know, the exhaust and everything off the PT6 engine. So that's where that's located there. So everything that you would see in the real world is that. And you can see these massive pitot tubes to help counteract the calibrated airspeed that the airframe actually has. And it's already been calibrated. Now you can change, you know, true airspeed and all that stuff that we've done so many times before. But, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about here. It's this here, this round dial right here. You can adjust it. But that's for true airspeed there versus your indicated airspeed. But the airframe itself is actually already calibrated for the calibrated airspeed, so you don't even have to worry about it. Let's put the cargo pod down, and if we do that, you'll see outside, it does indeed close up all the doors when we do that. Pretty darn cool. And all of this is interactable, so I can close this guy, swing it around, and look, you can actually open and close your cargo doors. Now we're just going to physically make sure that everything looks good back here before we take off. We're going to be a good pilot. Yep, that looks good. All right, cool. Close that guy. And yeah, the rudder lock needs to be down. That makes sense. So that's good. We've got all those things taken care of. I think we're ready to actually get on out of here. What do you say? We have the battery card here. We're going to hop up into the airplane, and you do have your little steps. You can put your little steps down too. Just like the real thing. There we go. Yeah. Keeps the wind from getting into the rudder. But what's really cool, I love, is these doors are separate from the normal thing, where if you click on these, it goes in and out of the airplane. I do like that it's separate. So you still have to hit Shift C to get back in here. You can open our little window here so we can listen to the PT6 engine when we fire it up. So we're going to start this thing up. We're going to go fuel. Both of those tanks are going to the on position. I'm going to shut up the music because you've got to hear the sounds that are in here. Boris knocked it out of the park. So got our battery cart down here. So let's go alternate battery. Battery's coming on. You see it says cold. So Avionics 1 and 2 are off right now. We could do Avionics 2 for the start or whatever you wanted to have. If you wanted to have the GTNs or something up, you can do that, but we're going to keep them both off since this is an older Caravan. Starter, we just go to the start position after doing our fuel boost, but we need to go this guy, which is going to be our external power on bus and normal fuel boost. We're going to go ahead and start it. So we just go prop forward. Bring this guy forward. We're going to add our fuel at around 20% NG. Right there. ITT went up, dropped a little bit there. NG looks good. We were watching for a hot start or a hung start. Those are good. Now we're going to go ahead and we're going to remove this guy. So we're going to, starter goes to off. This power cart can go to off. Reset that. Trip that guy for the generator, which we close you. Reset it. Standby electric power on. That's normal because we're at low RPM. And if I bring it back, listen to our beta range. I'm gonna bring it up first so we get out of there. Listen to that. Got to have our beacon or nav on there. All right, outside view. Listen to this. Sounds incredible, right? So we're gonna go keep that thing in beta range there. And remember, you can always close these up if you'd like, the windows. And if you want it even quieter, you can plug in your headset here for noise canceling. Another cool thing. But look at this. Bring up our power here. Let's see if our yokes are gonna do its thing. Move around on us here. You see it right there. Look at the yokes moving around realistically. See that? And the airflow over the elevator. So cool. All right, let's get our avionics on here. Let's get this thing all fired up, ready to go to our destination here. It is cold. And we can see that the cabin is cold. I wanted to show you this real fast while these are warming up. We go to the engine. Here's how it's all working. There it is. Suck the bang blow. You got the governor, prop governor in the front there. But you see the inertial separator working. The oil cooler there. You see your battery capacity. You can recharge the battery from here as well. I think I already showed you that. And then we can go to the elect side. You can see how everything's working here. And then the cabin side of things, it's 39. It's cold. It is cold. So we're going to get that bleed air heat on. Temperature, we're going to put that about in the middle there. And we're going to bring out our cabin heat here. This will be the forward cabin here. And we'll just kind of open all these guys up. And that's going to start warming it up very quickly, actually. You see right there, we're at 41 already, and it's already going up to 42. So we can monitor that later on if we need to. Let's get these guys all set. Enter and enter. Yep, gotcha and gotcha. So it's going to acquire the satellites. You fueled the Caravan literally 2 minutes ago? Nice. All right, we need to get rid of the cart. We don't need that anymore. External power. External power. We don't need it. We're going to Kearney, so it's EAR. K-E-A-R. I do want to do some, what you call it here. So let's actually go into this. I'm going to go into my FS traffic, and I did fix my FS traffic. I'm going to go ahead and remove the traffic because we're going to use Beyond ATC. And I just need to get a SimBrief flight plan for this. I'm going to file my flight plan so we can use SimBrief. Or use Beyond ATC. So we have our actual ATC and we can talk to them. That'll be cool. Alright. New flight. FedEx will be good old 127. Why not? Will be Omaha to Kearney. It's going to be in the Cessna 208. Caravan. And we're going to generate the flight just like that. I'm just going direct to KEAR. So they have us just going direct. So that's super easy today. And 8,000 feet it looks like. So we're going to go ahead and launch our Beyond ATC.
Beyond ATC.
There we go. Your flight plan does not contain at least one SID star route. Gotcha. Oh, you have to have one? What? We're not going VFR, we're going IFR. Let me try to edit this. You have dwell and more because we could do that. Let's try that. We're going to generate that flight. All right, let's see if that'll work. I have to restart it every time. I wish I did not have to restart Beyond ATC every time I want to do a change of plans. Hopefully it'll take it.
Beyond ATC.
Okay. Articulating splines. That's a good thing. I think it's working this time. Just hit escape on BATC to cancel. Is that how you do it? Okay. All right. That worked. They're going to take our flight plan on this one, so we have just 2 intersections. Let's get our ATIS.
Advise on initial contact. You have information Delta.
We have Delta.
Omaha Airport Information Kilo.
Airplane Airport Information Delta. 17220. Wind 320 at 10.
Sky conditions.
Visibility
That's annoying.
0. Ceiling 12,000 broken. Temperature 04. Dew point minus 06. Altimeter 3005.
Get me out of there. I don't want that.
Brickyard 5598, ready to copy IFR clearance to Ronald Reagan Washington National. Brickyard 5598, Omaha clearance cleared to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Radar vectors.
Let's plug in our
filed. Maintain 5,000.
R2 here. We're going to be going to Dwell
10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency
in Morgs.
124.5. Squawk 3040.
So Dwell in Morgs. Okay.
Cleared to Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Radar vectors descend then is filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 330. 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.5. Squawk 3040. Brickyard 5598.
There we go.
Brickyard 5598. Read back correct. Contact ground 121.9er when ready for push or start. We'll contact
Dwell and
ground
Morgs got that.
121.9er when ready for pushback or engine start. Brickyard 5598. Take care. Thanks.
Omaha clearance FedEx 127 IFR to Kearney.
FedEx 127 Omaha clearance cleared to Kearney Munn Airport. Radar vectors Dwell, then as filed, maintain 5,000 feet, expect 8,000 feet 10 minutes after departure. Departure frequency 124.5, squawk 3414.
Cleared to Kearney Munn Airport.
Oh,
Radar vectors
okay. We have what you call it, Ryan doing the thing. I gotta turn that off.
8,000 feet 10 minutes after departure.
I don't want auto respond on.
Squawk 3414, FedEx 127.
I'll turn that off.
FedEx
Ryan will take care of it for us, I guess.
Contact ground 121.9er when ready for start or taxi.
Contact ground 121.9er when ready to start or taxi. FedEx 127. All right, over to ground. Okay. Omaha ground, good afternoon. FedEx 127 at the FedEx ramp. We're ready to taxi with Delta.
FedEx 127, runway tree 2, right taxi via Golf Tree, Golf Hotel, Alpha, Foxtrot, Echo, Tango, Lima.
Runway 32 right taxi via Golf 3, Golf Hotel, Alpha, Foxtrot, Echo, Tango, Lima, FedEx 127. Okay, that's a hell of a taxi instruction, isn't it?
Brickyard 5598.
I'm gonna pull that.
Ready to taxi to the active.
Brickyard 5598, runway tree 6, taxi via Golf, Foxtrot 2, Foxtrot.
Runway tree 6 taxi via Golf, Foxtrot 2, Foxtrot.
Look at it by 10-9 here. See what they wanted us to do. It was ridiculous. It was Golf 3, okay, because we're at Golf 3, so straight ahead of Golf 3, Golf. Okay, so just taxi to the right on out of here. Hotel Alpha. So we take Golf down to Hotel and Alpha. Really? Okay. Golf. I gotta find that. The Alpha's there. I don't see where Hotel is, what they're talking about. Oh, I see what they want us. Golf Hotel Alpha. Okay. They want us to go straight up and over. For whatever reason. Then Foxtrot Echo. Oh my God. And then Tango Lima. Oh, I see how they want us to go. Okay, I got it now. I guess I could show you what we're doing here. So we're going to go Golf 3 Hotel, Golf down to Foxtrot, and then Echo, Tango Lima to runway 32 right. So just that. Whoop, 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 whoop. That's all we're doing. Easy enough, right? Yeah, right. Okay, we're going to go ahead and we're in beta range. Move that guy. And we are ready to rock and roll. We're going to make this a little easier on ourselves here. Go taxi light on. Turner at the side. Oh, you're not going to hitch on us, are you? Okay, I was about to say. Please don't hitch on us. That would not be nice.
Brickyard 5598, contact Omaha Tower 1 Tree 2.1.
Contact Tower 1, Tree 2.1, Brickyard 5598, take care.
Silverhawk 811 at ramp 4, request pushback.
Silverhawk 811, Omaha ground, pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest.
Bouncy, bouncy.
Pushback approved, face northwest, Silverhawk 811.
So this is turned on. Remember, we're going 5,000 initially, and then 8,000 10 minutes after departure. Just get our heading set. We're gonna be 3-2 on departure. Pretty much right there. Not too bad. Yeah, airplane is awesome, man. I love the Caravan. Let's do a flyby on the ground here. What is it doing? Somebody's taking off. I can hear it. I don't know who it was, but somebody. Lonely driver, appreciate the 87 months. Oh, there's somebody right there taking off.
Silverhawk 811, request taxi to the active.
Are they taking off? They're taking off warp
Silverhawk
speed.
811, runway tree 2 right taxi via Lima.
Yeah, they're taking off on
Lima.
3-6. There they go.
Runway tree 2 right taxi via Lima 2, Lima Silverhawk 811.
I have my window open. I like listening to this thing. Tenfold 13, thank you for the 10 months. Hello, how you doing? Crunchy, thank you for the super chat. Very kind of you. You thought the prop sound was part of the radio transmission? Nope. I did make a couple views here. I have this one here. I got our GoPro on the nose. I'm learning how to use the chase plane app a little bit better than before. When you get on Foxtrot there. But I have this view here on the right wing, and then I have the one on the left wing. Pretty cool. And then I have some passenger ones, but that's for the passenger variant. Hey Darian, what's up? How you doing?
Silverhawk 811, contact Omaha Tower 1 Tree 2.1.
Contact Tower 1 Tree 2.1, Silverhawk 811.
Silverhawk. There's downtown Omaha over there. But yeah, pretty darn cool that you have beta working on the ground on your throttle axis. You don't have to go into reverse thrust or anything like you do on a lot of different airplanes. That's an actual realistic beta range on it, which is really cool. All right, takeoff trim. I'm gonna set that about right there is good. Now they didn't say we had to hold short of any runway, so we're Clear to cross, as far as we know. Oh, I will be flying this in the around the world group flights, yes. Very stoked for that. There's that wind. If we want to be a good pilot, we'd be left and then forward. Sorry, right and forward. I'm thinking of it coming off our nose on the left. It's not. It's behind us on the right. We're going to be crossing this, so we're going to go lane lights, taxi off there. You need to manage all of this with your actual, you see right here, you can see the alternator, the battery, what it's doing, but on the gen, you'll actually see that change based on what you're using on the airplane. And you don't want to overuse things because you'll get it to overheat the battery, and that would be bad. Flight line's clear. We're going to cross 36 left. Or sorry, we're going to cross runway 36. Taxi over to
November 18
32 left.
Foxtrot at ramp 3. Request pushback.
Always watching.
November 18 Tango Foxtrot, Omaha ground, pushback approved, base northwest.
Pushback and engine start approved. Face northwest, November 18 Tango Foxtrot.
So on Echo, we're going to cross 32 left on Echo and hold short of 32 right on Lima. Zachy, I've done so much VATSIM in my life. I've been really enjoying Beyond ATC, if I'm being honest. There's ATC coverage at all the airports I like to fly at. That's the nice thing. Flight line's clear. Don't see anybody coming in. Just weird that they would...
Southwest 883, gate 17, request pushback.
Southwest 883, Omaha ground, pushback and engine start approved.
All right, we're going to put this thing into high idle before takeoff here.
Pushback and engine start approved.
So high idle.
South, Southwest 883. November 18, Tango Foxtrot. Request taxi.
FedEx 127, contact Omaha Tower 132.1.
Omaha Tower 132.1. See ya, FedEx 127. Close our window. Omaha Tower, FedEx 127, ready to go. Runway 32 right.
FedEx 127, Omaha Tower, wind tree 20 at 10, fly runway heading, runway tree 2 right, cleared for takeoff.
Fly runway heading, runway 32 right, clear for takeoff, FedEx 127. All right, let's go flying, y'all.
Omaha Tower, Allegiant 59er, visual runway 32 left.
Allegiant 59er,
Clear.
Omaha Tower, wind tree 20 at 10, runway tree 2 left, cleared to land.
Runway 32 left, cleared to land, Allegiant 59er.
We're gonna power up. Get the advance that's nice and slow. We're only using one notch of flaps on takeoff. I didn't talk about that whenever I was taxiing out. Airspeed's alive. We're gonna rotate right here at 80 knots. On back we go. flaps in. Look at us go.
Omaha Tower, November 800. Charlie Uniform, visual runway tree 2 left.
November 800. Charlie Uniform, Omaha Tower, continue.
Roger, November 800. Charlie Uniform.
FedEx 127, reset transponder. Squawk tree for 14.
3414. I forgot to do that. FedEx 127. My bad.
FedEx 127, contact Omaha departure.
Omaha departure. I'll see you next time, FedEx 127. Omaha departure. Good afternoon, FedEx 127. 2000. Climbing 4000. Runway heading.
FedEx 127, Omaha departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 8,000 feet, altimeter 3005.
Climb, maintain 8,000 feet, altimeter 3005, FedEx 127.
FedEx 127, turn left, heading 245.
Turn left heading 245, FedEx 127. 245, 8,000. There's 245, looking good. All right, let's get the, we can use our autopilot now, so we'll just go heading mode. And get that climb at right about 500 feet per minute. Was working fine for me. I'm okay with that. Slide over here real quick, bring our prop back a little bit. There we go. Now we can increase that a little better. A little more torque on that engine. Keeping a nice healthy climb going here. About 120 knots.
Omaha departure, November 18, Tango Foxtrot, 2,400 feet. November 18, Tango Foxtrot, Omaha departure, radar contact, climb and maintain 17,000 feet, altimeter 3005. Climb and maintain 17,000 feet, altimeter 3005, November 18, Tango Foxtrot. November 18, Tango Foxtrot, clear direct lock, resume navigation. Roger, heading direct, like then, resume on navigation. November 18, Tango Foxtrot, thanks. Omaha departure, Southwest 883, good day, 2,700 feet. Southwest 883, Omaha departure, good day, radar contact, climb and maintain
Not too
flight
bad.
level 190. Climb and maintain flight level 190, Southwest 883.
Sounds are on point, right, Pat?
883, clear direct launch, resume on
They
navigation.
really are. Look at those towers
Roger,
down
we'll
there.
head direct length then, resume on navigation, Southwest 883, thanks.
$140 knots, looking good. We could increase our rate of climb, but we don't really need to go crazy here. Go up to like, I don't know, 800 feet per minute instead of 500. Watching this as I'm on an 8-hour plus flight in an airliner career. Oh man, that's a long flight. I watched the Rami RC video today of the A380 he built, Zachy. Pretty darn cool. Chris8731, thank you for the 70 months on Twitch. I appreciate you. Some important cargo. Only Avion. So I have a whole flight sim set up in the basement that has the motion rig and all that, which we're going to be utilizing more if I can just get this damn thing to stream. It won't stream. It keeps overloading the encoder for whatever reason. I never had that problem before, but now I do. So I'm on the main rig, and I started installing them. Oh.
Contact Minneapolis Center 128.75. Have a good one.
Over Minneapolis Center 128.75, FedEx 127. See you. Minneapolis Center, good afternoon. FedEx 127, 5,300. Climbing 8,000.
FedEx 127, Minneapolis Center, roger.
They gonna give us direct to our waypoint or nah? Not really. Doesn't look like they're going to. They're just giving us vectors on a heading, which, I mean, okay. That'll work. STL to JBR to Jonesboro. In friendly is going to go hard. Dr. Pepper's 59. Absolutely. And you know that somebody will be making some Southern Air liveries for this thing once it drops. Two-Tone Murphy. Is that you troubleshooting? What's up, man? Good to see you. I appreciate all the help, man. Yeah, guys, Two-Tone Murphy here. Oh.
Clear direct dwell.
Dwell, there it is.
Resume own navigation.
Clear direct dwell, resume own navigation, FedEx 127. All right, direct dwell, we go. Flight plan, approach you to dwell, direct, and activate, and we go to nav. There's GPS. I don't like to have this like this. But yeah, so Two-Tone Murphy, who's in the chat right now. If you guys don't know who that is, you're really missing out. You should go check his YouTube channel out. But he did a...
Minneapolis Center, Southwest 883. Good day,
go
crossing
back on that.
16,000
He
for
did
flight level 190.
a video on the Caravan as well. And helped me with my my sim being stupid. So thank you to Murph for the love and support.
Level tree 80, Southwest 883.
Hey, it's Italian Paulie. What's going on, man? You're in Australian Simmers, Flight Simmers chat the other day. All right, we're climbing for 8,000. We should capture. So we got nav armed for altitude and autopilot's on. 8,000 alert. We're within the 7,000 alert, so we're one to go on that. Clear this message. Approaching VNAV profile. Yeah. Well, we're not worried about a VNAV profile. I will tell you that right now. We're going to be up here at 8,000 feet. We're finally going to get some speed going. And Murphy also does a lot of... I know you guys like doing group flights. Murphy does group flights all the time. And just a fantastic content creator. And dare I say a friend.
Minneapolis Center, November 18. Tango Foxtrot through 14,000.
I do wish in Beyond ATC they would talk a little faster or had an option for that, you know? That would be nice.
November 18, Tango Foxtrot, Minneapolis Center. Good day. Climb and maintain flight level 340.
Climb and maintain flight flight level 340.
All right, let's get a vibe session in now that we have a little bit of breathing room, you know? Let's do it. I need to zoom that in. So zoomed out. All right. That was a good one. Always good to have a nice vibe sesh once in a while. Mini Bikes and Motors, do appreciate the 2 months on YouTube. How's everyone doing? I'm well. Enjoying the live stream while I can. Hope everyone is doing well this Friday. Much love. Thank you, Mini Bikes. Point Leader 75, thank you for the membership on YouTube. Welcome on in. Charles Harwood, thank you very much for the super chat. Will you be attending Sun and Fun this year? I will not, sadly. I've got Flight Sim Expo I'm doing, and then I have another convention I'm doing. There'll be more than enough travel for me, but it sounds like it's going to be a good show. Appreciate you. Owls is in the house. Hey, good to see you flying this. Trying to get my hands on it. How you been? Dude, I have been well. I have been well. You can always just shoot Scott over there at Just Flight. If you go to Just Flight's website, at the bottom on Contact Us, there's a spot there to send in for marketing. Just shoot them an email. I'm sure they'd love to have you. Oh man. But yeah, I've been, you know me, I love the Caravan through and through. So this is a absolute dream come true. I bought the original for 2020, the Black Square analog. At least didn't fly it that much because I bought it right at the end of 2020's life. And once 24 came out, 2020 was dead to me. So I've been waiting for a year now for this airplane right here because this was announced a year ago. So here we are. And a year later, if we can wait for the Black Square Black Square Caravan to release. We'll make it to GTA 6. We can do it. I'm telling you, we can do it. Let's put our noise canceling headphones in. Enjoy the music. Our range set at what, 50 or so? I don't see any weather out there anyway. I'm not worried about it. Put it on 40. And change the tilts. Gain. Beautiful day. This is from the weather today. So this is earlier today here in Omaha. Now I flew to Oklahoma earlier into Tulsa, and it was windy, man. Windy. Had a good flight so far, mini bikes. You see, we don't have the cold light on anymore, or warm. So we have this temp pretty much dialed in, it looks like. 77, I mean, that's a little warm. A little warm. We go in a little bit on these guys. We can bring that down a little bit.
Southwest 883 contact.
But you can see how the whole system is working.
Have a good day.
Into the defroster.
Center on
the nose.
Southwest 883.
And all the way back into the vents. Here's the ram air from those vents I showed you earlier on the wings. Under the wings there. And our pulse oximeter showing 94 right now, so we're just fine on that. So we don't need any O2. Can't go wrong with that.
Silverhawk 811, contact Minneapolis Center 119.4. Center on 119.4, Silverhawk 811.
Indiana had some powerful winds today as well. Yeah, it was windy all the way across the United States, or the Midwest. Yeah, a lot of attention to detail. So if you're in love with this airplane, this is a love letter to it. I will say that. It's simply too good. I'm liking chase plane the more I use it, Matthew. I started diving into making my own views. I made these custom views here today. My GoPro front one here, my left wing and my right wing. And I do like that you can go in and you can edit this, and this is where you can go in and you can make it have a horizon gimbal, so it snaps to the horizon. You can use it in cinematics. I find that if you turn it on, it uses it too much. Well, we'll turn it on this one. I'll show you. Skip when cycling views, you can have that on as well. And then you can use smart view, and then share view with other in the community, which I might do eventually. I don't know. But this is where you can change your different camera group here, from hard mounted to pilot instruments, pilot, passenger, miscellaneous. Pretty cool. But to make your own camera, it's actually not that hard. You just go to what I can do is I can take like this one here, this GoPro, and I can hit edit on this guy, and I can literally just duplicate it. So I can duplicate it there. It's got the same name. And then I can go in here and change the name. GoPro, we'll put cargo. Like that. And then I can adjust it by moving this around wherever I want the camera to be. So we can put it up here if we wanted. Like that. I know there's not a lot to see with the cargo view, but you just hit save. It's that simple to use. And then I can even do a GoPro on the cockpit. So I can go same thing here. Well, let's make sure that this one in particular is not used in cinematics. We'll duplicate this one, edit it, And then I'll call this one GoPro Cockpit. There we go. Adjust it, spin it around here, and we can have a nice view up here like this. You can do small movements to it too if you want.
Tango Foxtrot, contact Minneapolis Center
Like that.
119.4.
Let's go down a little bit on that.
119.4, November 18, Tango
go.
Foxtrot.
Move it forward. Kind of like that. That's good. It's safe. So it's that easy to set up camera views. Not bad at all. So now if I go back to my pilot view and we go in here, if we go into the cinematics, see, it always goes to the GoPro no matter what, the first thing sometimes. Well, we'll see. How much further we have until our, what you call it? We're getting close to Dwell. Next will be Morgs. We still got a long flight ahead of us, so yeah, let's get another vibe session going. Why not? Well, we don't need to start off with a flyby. There we go.
American 234, contact Minneapolis Center 119.6. Have a good day. Center on 119.6, American 234.
Beautiful, wonderful. Yeah, so you can see how it implemented the other camera views into the mix, which is actually really cool. I think I'll do it to the other ones. It didn't seem like it overdid it too much, so that's actually kind of cool. So I have this one. I can do that. We can add that into the cinematics. And then we can go our left wing fronts, put that in the cinematics. And same thing with the right wing fronts. I can go into cinematics as well, which is really cool. So you just hit one. I have my button set to star on the numpad, and it just pops on the cinematics, which is really cool. Listen to the sounds. Oh, hello. It was not ready for that. Here we go. Yeah, it's crabbed in the wind. Okay, are you going to reset it? Oh yeah, that sounds good. That sounds really good. Okay, we are 79 nautical miles to Morgs. So we are getting there. Did we ever cool down the cabin a little bit? Is it still a little warm? It's still warm. What we could actually do is just kind of turn off the heat.
Minneapolis Center, exec J560, flight level for 00.
Actually, probably turning the defrost off would probably help.
Exec Jet 560, Minneapolis Center.
There we go. It's actually not bad. 25C is not bad. All things considered. Rolling Heavy Steel in the house. What's up, man? No, sadly, third-party airplanes are not being implemented into the career mode. They really need to get on that. I mean, it's sad that that's not the case. I think 18 months for the 18 months, Xander. I appreciate you, dude. Yeah, it's something that's just super overlooked. I think a lot more people would probably fly career mode if they could use their third-party add-ons. And it wouldn't be hard for them to just give them a a green light for it. Like the black square Caravan here, it's gonna be hard. You're not gonna want to fly the default after flying this. So that's the problem. A lot of airplanes ruin it, for others. So because they're better. So it's like, don't force us to use default in everything career mode related. We're lucky we have a few good airplanes in there, but a lot more people would use it if we could use different airplanes. Yeah, inertial separator is still out. You can keep it on below 10 at any time. You can close it whenever you want. It's kind of up to your discretion, so we just don't suck up any FOD, But we're only going to 8,000 feet today, so yeah, we can close it. Get a little more power out of it. We're doing pretty darn good. Yeah, we're not doing bad speed-wise. Why do we always get these damn messages? Approaching VNAV profile. Gotcha. Approaching VNAV profile. So we need to look at what we're doing here. We're expecting at Kearney to land on runway 18. So we're going to brief that real fast. So let's do that. Kearney Regional Airport right here. 10-9 for Kearney. Here it is. Runway 18 is what we're expecting on the way in here. What approaches do we have? Do we have RNAV? We have RNAV GPS runway 18 we're going to be doing. So Hanva 4700. Bigla is going to be our final FAP, so that'll be at 4000. Rail lighting, 4 PAPIs on the left-hand side. Go around procedures up to 4,700 on runway, heading direct to Bellin and hold. Our minimums look like they're going to be 200 or so. 1870 Bigla. LPV, decision height 200, 2330, but or 200. 2330 for that. If we want to enter that in, we can. But that's what we're going to do. So no ILS today. Just doing the RNAV approach. Should be easy enough. Those are easier to do anyway. I think Black Square compares to A2A. I think it's apples and oranges there. I can't really say much because Black Square handles PT6, turboprops.
Minneapolis Center, American 9783.
I haven't flown their
Flight
piston
level 340.
Duke.
American 9783, Minneapolis Center.
Latin VFR is the only third party that works for airliners? Really? In career mode? That's weird.
Minneapolis Center, SkyWest 5238. Good day. Flight level 448.
SkyWest 5238, Minneapolis Center. Good day. Radar contact. Continue climb to flight level for 66.
Well, we'll see what the controllers give us before we program anything into our GPS.
FedEx 127, contact Minneapolis Center 119.4.
Minneapolis Center, 119.4, FedEx 127. See you.
Negative Minneapolis Center on 119.
Oh, he didn't like my SIA. Minneapolis Center on 119.4, FedEx 127. He didn't like my SIA. Minneapolis Center, FedEx 127, 8000, direct Mords.
FedEx 127, Minneapolis Center.
No descent yet. We're 64 miles out. We still got a ways to go. Who doesn't accept a SIA? I know, right? The controller in Omaha, they did. But this one was like, nah, I don't think so, dude. I don't think so. So this is a panel down here for RNAV information, but I don't know how to use it. I will be honest. I have no clue how this works. You have frequency here. Well, RNAV mode is approach en route. So I don't know. We'll put it in approach mode. I'll see what that does. But I really don't know what it does. KNS 80. Maybe somebody else here knows more about that unit than I do. I've used both of these in real life. I've used that one 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 before. That's if we had our nav information in there, it would show us DME and all that. Rarely use a RMI anymore.
November 18 Tango Foxtrot, contact Denver Center 132.7. See you.
See you.
Center on 132.7, November 18 Tango Foxtrot.
En route is less sensitive, so when you go to shoot the approach, you just switch to APR. Gotcha. Their sensitivity settings. Okay. But I don't know how the unit works. Is that if I am shooting an RNAV approach, is it going to pop up on here? But it has a frequency, so that's kind of strange to me.
Minneapolis Center, exec J560. Good day. Flight level tree 9er.
Jurassic Park traffic. I don't own that, so do whatever you want with it. I don't have it copyrighted or anything. It's just numbers. I don't even use. I used one King 27 back in the DOJ days, and it was such a cringe call sign that I didn't end up using it ever again. I did not like the King units. It was so stupid. But what we used that for, like a tiny blip. I don't ever use any phonetic my call sign. When I did, it was just 127 for 8 years. That RNAV is based on using VORs to create your own fixes. Ah, okay, I gotcha. That's cool. Thank you, Ashley. There you have it. So that's just when you're using VORs. Yeah, I've never used that autopilot for that panel before, so that's cool. Yep, set course to 250. It's a 250. It's the distance to track. $54 miles from Morgs. I've never flown into Kearney before, so this is a first for me. I'm sure we'll just be doing a visual approach for the runway. Report the field and sight deal. We'll see. Beyond ATC doesn't have VFR yet, so we don't have to make VFR traffic pattern calls. But it's very possible they have a tower. We'll find out. I see I'm new. Trying to follow the game waypoint and find that autopilot generally doesn't follow the actual waypoint. Yes. Yeah, it's crabbing for the wind and accounting for winds aloft. What is the ATIS there? I say an ATIS is Kearney is AWAS is 123875. 123875. No, we're not going to pick that up. Their Unicom's 123, but I don't think they have a. Yeah, they don't have an ATIS, so we're not going to be able to pick up 123875 on this radio. I mean, maybe.
ExecJet 560, contact Minneapolis Center 126.05. Have a good day.
Oh, 123875.
Contact Minneapolis Center 126.05, ExecJet 560.
Com 2. Picking it up. Nope. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to work. I was like, whenever you see like these numbers on an AWAS, you're not going to get it in the sim. Never gonna get it, never gonna get it. Take the analogs of a glass cockpit any day. Well, I learned on analogs, so yes, I do have a love for it. Another really cool feature is that if your needles, they like, you know, over time, whenever the airplane wears down, gets stuck, you can actually tap the glass. See? You see the imbalance of the fuel we're getting here? What we can do is the one with the most, we can just shut that off and burn it down a little bit.
Minneapolis Center, American 9783, flight level 340.
It's the right side one.
American 9783, Minneapolis Center.
And it should force it over if I do that. I believe you shut off the one that's the fullest one for the gravity feeding system to work. Just slosh it over to it. Try to get it to balance a little better. So the left wing right now should be gravity feeding into the right wing because the fuel shutoff is off. Did all my PPL training on analog, my preference. But wow, tapping the glass inside the sim's crazy. I know, right? It's pretty cool. here. I use Parallel 42 products, yes, Dr. Peppers. Got Camp Out and Chase Plane. See, this is dropping down to 400-ish. All right, let's vibe out. That was lovely. Lovely, lovely stuff. Get caught up to you guys in chat. Donk24, thank you so much for the membership on YouTube. Welcome on in, the Donk24. Besides this plane, which upcoming releases am I looking forward to? I don't even know what's even coming out, man, in the flight sim world. Bluebird 757, obviously. I'm very excited for that. Is Chase Plane worth it? I would wait until it's done, because it's in an experimental branch right now. It's, you know, early adopting phase. If you want to grow with the product, then do it. But if you want everything to work out of the box and have no issues, then I would hold off personally, because whenever you have a system that takes over your cameras, it can be frustrating if you are not prepared to learn it. One, but two, you can't use your default camera system like you used to in the sim. It takes over all of it. So there is that. I wanted to do a YouTube video and make sure you got it. I don't know what that means. You can always at me or something on Twitter, I guess. Hazard Hound. I was with my wife for 6 months before I got married. What are you guys talking about? I don't even know what you're talking about. I use SimFX and the 737FX extension. Is that out for 24 yet? I don't think it is. I think it's for 2020. Pay me to switch over, but you won't be disappointed. Yep. I agree. It's come with the option to put in the GTN 750 Arch NDA. Absolutely it does. You can use the PMS or the TDS. Now, I own the TDS GTN XI, but I don't have it installed on this. I can probably reinstall it again, but I don't have that. But here's your Avionics suite options here. You have the GTN 750, GTN 650, 530, 430. These are your secondaries, obviously. KX 155B is your other one. KLN 90B and a KX 155 Bravo. But yeah, you have the PMS 50 GTN or the TDS GTN XI, and you can swap between those two. That's your options for the Avionics suite. Let's unplug our headphones.
FedEx 127, contact Minneapolis Center 126.05. Have a good one.
Contact Minneapolis Center 126.05. Have a good one, FedEx 127. Minneapolis Center, FedEx 127, 8000 direct morgues.
FedEx 127, Minneapolis Center.
Should be getting a descent soon enough, I would imagine. I've been flying the PMDG stuff just off stream, but I do have it installed. Matthew. I got my tiller all set up and working, the Blackbird Simulations one. Next week I'm gonna work on making a video of my new flight sim room down there. I haven't made a video on that yet, so I need to do that. Because now I got my sim running again. Here for now, let's plug our headphones back in so we can talk. So I got my sim working again down there. I had to reinstall it, basically. Reinstall all my airports, all my planes. I mean, it was a nightmare. Had to reinstall everything, clear out the WASM folder, start fresh, and now it's working. I haven't had any issues with it. A one-off problem here and there, but nothing real bad. So it's all working again. The only issue I have is just streaming from that PC down there. It's a pain in the ass. But I plan on making some flight sim content soon. I'm gonna take a stab at doing something different. I want to start writing some scripts. I have some ideas for videos, and I want to write some scripts for them. And I kind of want a more of an informative approach to my flight sim content. I want it to be more informative, and then cut to live action, which is going to be like starting the plane, taxiing, takeoff, landing, taxi, and shutdown, and then going over to the headset that way, but doing voiceover in post. I'm going to try something like that, probably with the Caravan when I make a video on the Caravan. But then I'll be able to use my setup in the basement more for what I intend it for, rather than it being just sitting there and collecting dust, because I've had nothing but problems with my graphics card issues down there and everything else. Give me content. It's our favorite song. Content. Dun, 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 dun. Give me content. Dun, 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 dun. Almost to morgues. We're almost to our destination here. Are they going to descend us anytime soon? Content. I think they'll start our descent soon enough. I hope. They're gonna have to give us the vectors too, for whatever the hell we're doing. Content. So I plan to stream. I'll be streaming this week, or this weekend. So we'll have a stream tomorrow. Might be in GTA tomorrow. Then maybe Sunday we'll do hop back in my winter car again to try to finish that up still. But if you guys didn't hear me last time I talked about it, I've swapped up my streaming schedule a little bit. I don't stream on Mondays anymore. Tuesday through Friday. And if I miss one Tuesday through Friday, then I move it into the weekend. That way Monday's just a day to collect thoughts and get ideas and things in place for the week.
FedEx 127, Kearney Munn Airport landing runway, tree 6.
Landing runway 36, altimeter 3004, FedEx 127. Runway 36, so we're landing to the north.
FedEx 127, altimeter tree 004. Expect a visual approach runway tree 6.
Altimeter 3004, expect the visual approach runway 36, FedEx 127. Be the visual approach runway 36. You got it.
FedEx 127, descend and maintain 7,000, altimeter tree 004.
Descend and maintain 7,000, altimeter 3004, FedEx 127. All right, let's do it. Starting our descent. We get the visual approach runway 36. It can be a lot, Matthew, but I love it. I do. If I wasn't doing it, I wouldn't know what to do. Yeah, runway 36. So that is, they have an ILS for it too if we wanted to plug it in. They have an RNAV for it as well. Probably plug in the RNAV, that'd be fun. Go to proc page and select approach. RNAV for the 36. RNAV 36. It looks like it's out to Corno. Mepway. Let's do vectors on that. Load it. There we go. So we have it. RNAV Yankee 36. We can do Corno, it's 4,000, but it doesn't matter. Let's do vectors. The Cockpit. Actually, we can change that. Let's do Corno. That's the final approach fix anyway. Oh, how did that get moved? Oh, damn it. Sorry. You're supposed to hold that altitude, which it did. Quick approach. RNAV Yankee 36. We do this. Will be. Well, now it's different now. Whatever. Kidding. Just kidding. What are they doing? Are they not going to have us descend anymore? What is happening here? We're at 7-ish thousand. Oh, I see what happened. That changed. Let's climb back up to 7,000. Maybe we have to be exactly at 7,000 to make them happy. Because I'm looking at the approach, and we just need to be at 4,000 at Corno. Matthew Santa Maria, thank you for the super chat. Well, I appreciate the content. You being so engaging with chat. Well, you're very welcome. All right, now we're holding 7,000. Are they happy now? Maybe they just want us at 7,000 for a while. I don't know. Always keep approach happy. We're working on it. We are flying into Kearney. Kearney Regional Airport.
FedEx 127, descend and maintain 6,000 vectors for the approach.
Descend and maintain 6,000 vectors for the approach. FedEx 127. 6,000. Down we go. $6,000 altitude selection. I guess they know what they're doing.
FedEx 127, descend maintain 3,400 feet.
Descend maintain 3,400 FedEx 127. 3,400.
FedEx 127, contact Minneapolis Center 119.4.
Contact Minneapolis Center 119.4 FedEx 127.
Negative Minneapolis Center on 119.4.
Minneapolis Center on 119.4 FedEx 127.
Negative Minneapolis Center.
Oh my God, just do it.
119.4.
Just have Ryan do it.
Contact Minneapolis Center 119.4.
Thank you,
FedEx
Ryan.
127.
They couldn't hear me for whatever reason. Minneapolis Center, FedEx 127, 5,500 descending 3,400.
FedEx 127, Minneapolis Center, roger.
All right, going down to 3,400. Activate the vectors to final on that guy, but it's not doing anything. Weird. Okay, that's weird how it does that. It don't matter, we're visual anyway. I don't know what the hell this thing's doing anymore. Oh, it's going to Omaha. No. Well, Omaha, okay. 3,400, looking good. Still on our heading here, buddy. What was our nav? Final approach course is 002. They're having us tool around out here. I don't know what they're doing. Airport's just off to our side over here on the right. What are they doing? I mean, the airport's just over there. I mean, maybe we're just going to manually do it. We'll see. What are we doing beyond ATC? Are we going to turn us at some point?
FedEx 127,
there we go.
right, heading 005, intercept the Tree 6 localizer.
Turn right, heading 005, intercept the 36 localizer, FedEx 127. All right, 005.
FedEx 127, airport is at your 2 o'clock, 6 miles. Report the field in sight.
Field in sight, FedEx 127.
FedEx 127, cleared visual approach runway tree 6.
Cleared visual approach runway 36, FedEx 127.
FedEx 127, no tower services available at Kearney Munn. Frequency change approved. See you.
Frequency change approved, FedEx 127. See you.
Delta 1117, contact Kansas City Center 134.9er.
Center on 134.9er. Delta 1117. Have a good day.
All right, let's bring that forward. Prop, killer music. Let's fly the airplane. First notch of flaps. We're just going to hold about this altitude till we intercept the Happies. I don't have the flight recorder going. Uh-oh. Forgot. I'm trying to do all this at once as usual. God, you gotta love it. I don't, but you gotta love it. Alright. Hit record on that stupid thing. Get our flaps out. Now we're on the glide slope. Welcome to Kearney. We forgot to undo our these.
United 1180, contact Minneapolis Center 128.75. Have a good one.
Center on 128.75, United 1180.
Well, we'll stop the recording there. And now we should be able to replay it back. Pause the replay. Should have had a little more flare than I did, but that's all right. We'll take what we had. Need to fly by there. Are they gonna work out? Kinda, sorta. Let's do a drone view, and we'll go over to this side like this. Drone edit, and we'll have it track us. There we go. Like that. And we watch our landing. Woo! It was a little rough landing. A little rough. Not gonna lie. Was it not that smooth? A little more flare. We just didn't have enough flare. I've been flying the non-cargo pod version. I keep forgetting we have, you know, a lot of cargo on board on this thing. And we have our wing views here.
Minneapolis Center, Southwest 2326, flight level 244.
Southwest 2326.
My fine China. No.
Continue climb to flight level 370.
Continue climb to flight level 370, Southwest 2326.
Here, stop the replay. Let's bring up our flaps. Taxi ahead. Park and brake. We made it to Kearney. Wasn't bad at all. Give me the yoke. Raleigh Gaming, thank you for the cheer. Appreciate you. Yeah, the cargo pod, you gotta flare a little bit more than I did. Lesson learned. Oh, we're always learning. Let's put our chocks out. There we go. She's chalked. Very cool. Never been to Kearney, Nebraska before. This is the first time for us. It's a Beach 1900D sitting here. That's cool. I don't use Volanta much anymore. I don't care about foot per minute, all that crap. I don't need to know landing rates. There we go. Open those up. There she is. And now we can actually physically unload the cargo by going into our payload section here. Take it all out. Oops. Stop with that. There we go. You can see how it changes the COG center of gravity here. Look at the imbalance we have from our That's an actual problem with this airplane in real life too, which is crazy. And just like that, the airplane's been unloaded. Look at that. Not too bad. Put that away. Let's reset this view. Look at that beauty. What an airplane, man. Isn't it something? It really is. Steve Carroll, thank you very much for 39 months. Appreciate you greatly. Should we do the wet runway look thing? That's easy to do. You just go like this. You go custom. Live weather off. You go rain. Then you have to make sure that it's down here. Precipitation all the way up. There we go. Make it real dense. Make the ground look wet. Like that. And then boom. That's how you get those beautiful screenshots. This particular one we'll do like this. Very cool stuff. So let me show you the different versions that you have in the flight there. So we come up here. These are different variants. So you have the bundle. So let's go over that. I didn't go over that earlier, but we can. we can. I'm sure you're wondering how much it's going to cost. They did release that information to me. Looks like it is on this page. So the Caravan Professional Passenger variant, only the passenger one, that is $47.99. The Amphibian and Cargo together is a separate one for $47.99. Or you get the bundle that you get all of that for $64.99. That's all 4 of these. So you get this one, you get the Cargo Pod version, the Amphib, and then
Southwest
the Super
2326,
Cargo Master.
Contact Minneapolis Center 126.4.
You close it beyond ATC. We don't need that. I do love this version. This is one of my favorite versions of the Caravan. Hit configure here. I'll show you what there is out of the box in your different liveries. You got Echo Juliet. You got 51 Kilo Golf. Remember, it's a dynamic registration, so it's just going to keep the one that I had on there. This one's a really pretty one. The blue and the blue, black, and silver. It's a good looking one there. And you have Golf Tango Romeo Victor Oscar. You have all these. This one's cool. We're gonna definitely gonna have to use this guy. Makulele. Fly that in Hawaii. And I'm sure on day one we're gonna have Martin Cargo. People will be working on that. We got Sounds Air, and then this one, which is the Azul Tech. Azul, whatever it is called. I forget the name of it. So you have those. The other ones, you have the Amphib here. Yeah, the bundle's the way to go. And all of this animation and the ground handling's all, custom by Nick, but he made sure that the castering works correctly like the real airplane. And I've taxied it before. It's very strange. It's like taxiing a 737. It's weird. Liveries here, you get pretty much the same ones. The only one is this one. This one's Vancouver, right? The blue one. Tango Alpha. No, that's flytropic.com. Is that the one down in the Virgin Islands? No, it's not. I don't know who flytropic.com is. But November 939 Tango Alpha, so it's U.S. registration based. And then we have the cargo version, which is the same liveries. I was hoping we'd have a Martin air cargo one. That'd be cool. But yeah, the same liveries as before. This is just the version with the cargo pod on it. So you can have version with cargo pod, version without the cargo pod. And then the Super Cargo Master, which we flew today. And you get some liveries on this. You get Charlie Golf Lima Hotel Alpha. It's blue and white one. Pretty cool. Golf Tango Romeo Victor Oscar. Then we have the FedEx one we did today, you saw. And then you have a DHL one, November 902 Hotel Lima. Bahamas and Florida. That's it, Matthew. Thank you. There you go. Another thing is that these de-icing boots actually work too to kick off the ice, which is really cool. It's really cool. So yeah, I mean, very, very neat. If you're into caravans, like it's a definite, like it's the PMDG of caravans. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta own it if you love the airplane as much. But yeah, I mean, everything I've seen with it so far is worth it. It's going to be great. It's going to be a good one, I must say. But yeah, I will see you all tomorrow. Like I said, I don't know what we're doing just yet, but we will be doing something. It might be GTA. Probably going to be GTA. Probably going to be GTA, if I'm being honest. But we'll have to see. But thank you so much for hanging out with me on this Friday. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Everybody who resubscribed, all of the Super Chat, all of the new members on YouTube, resubscriptions on Twitch, all the love and support. Thank you all so much. The gifted memberships and all that stuff. Very kind of you. Y'all have a great night. We'll see you soon.